Hey, good morning to you all. Good day. It's a wonderful day. I'm in Mount Pleasant, Stony Hill, and I just wanted to share with you, a typical day in the life of Ozou'ne, Sundalyah, the musician. So, apart from my teaching commitments, whenever I have time, which I am purposing now to make some time to resume practicing, which I haven't done in a while. I mean, I do run through my scales, etc., and arpeggios, diatonic, of the diatonic triads of the Ionian mode or the major scale mode, and of course your diatonic sevenths, which you can also play the chords with them, Really, Ozou'ne? Haha! It's okay, I'm allowed. And of course, you do the reverse with the left hand till you play the chords with the right hand, and so forth, So let's say you're in any key, etc. Running through the modes, or whatever the key that you're in, etc. But yeah, so let's say that you'd have done all of that, whatever scale you decide to tackle, etc. And you go through, etc. Whatever the key that you're in, etc. Right? So you've gone through that. Then it's time to find a piece, a song, a standard that you'd like to play. The purpose for me personally is just to ensure that, I can come up with various ideas, and expound on the harmony of the progression in question. So let's say we would take All the Things You Are. It's usually played, well, most people play it, I guess, in F minor, but it can be played in any key. And that's another thing. We should endeavor to be able to play our pieces in as varied a key as possible. So it's F minor to B flat minor, cycles of fourth, if you will. And if we want to use our seventh system, we can use our minor seventh for F minor, adding that E flat, adding that A flat, adding that D flat, adding that G with the sixth if you want to, right? And then D flat to G, seventh, and then C major seventh. You could also do a 2-5, which so 2-5 here, D minor 7 flat 5, or D half diminished seventh. I'm just using a little colored embellishment. So C minor seventh to F minor seventh, B flat seventh to E flat major seventh, and and then A flat major 7th. So you could go straight to the D 7th or do a 2-5, A minor 7 flat 5, or straight A minor. And this would be a passing note. Okay, so A minor or A minor 7 flat 5, D 7th, G major 7th, and then you can use a passing note of G diminished 7th, which is basically like E7 flat 9 because of the F. Okay, you see what's going on? So right? So I'm gone straight to A minor, but in my case, A minor 7th, to G major 7th, and then F sharp minor 7th, to B 7th, E major 7th, yeah, and then what you could do is, that's an E augmented 7th, which is going to take you back to F minor 7th. Also, you have the option of playing a C 7th augmented as well. So this is your 5th, augment the 5th, the 7th in relation to C. And then F minor 7th, B flat minor 7th. We've gone back to the original form, the A form. That's E flat 7th, A flat major 7th, D flat major 7th, and then you could go straight to a G flat 9th, with the melody is actually the 6th. So whichever color you choose, and then C minor 7th, and then you have F 9th, can include the 6th. I notice I did. So that's D to D flat, which would make it your augmented 7th, with the 9th, augmented 9th, and then B flat minor 7th, and then E flat 11, and then that would be E flat 7 flat 9, and then turn around G minor 7th to C 7th. And remember, you can always choose whatever colors you want to choose, yeah? I should give you another alternative too. When you do back to the form again, you could do a 2-5 here, and then C minor 7th. So I did C sharp minor 9th to F sharp 9th, and then C minor 7th. And then here's a B diminished. This is your melody G, okay? So that would be like you're diminished with a 6th note in there in relation to the B. And then back to, of course, B flat minor 7th, E flat 11, and then E flat 9th, with the flat 9th rather, E flat flat 9th, E flat 7 flat 9th, if you will. The 7th will always, the 9th will always include the 7th anyway. And then you go to your A flat, and then your turnaround G minor 7 flat 5, and then C 7 flat 9. Or you could do, you can change the color. Okay, so once you've gone through the chords and you have an idea what the progression is, and then you start now to experiment in terms of color. One thing that I always like to do is I always like to play through pieces slowly and go through the improvisational treatment very slowly, trying to find the melody or, within the melody. Does that make sense? Melodies within the melody. In other words, making another tune, not just randomly running the fingers because I know, of course, the notes to play based on the chord progression, but seeing if I can create something or recreate something out of what was or has already been created. So I'm going to give you an idea, just a typical approach that I would use. I take my time and I bring up the speed. So I'm just on the spot reharmonizing, Yeah, so typically that's, part of my approach. That's what I would do, and just see, just explore. And also voicings, I have a video already that I did on voicing. So one of the things that I would do too is, apart from playing, supplying the harmony with, the left hand, You see? So the whole idea is, once you begin to do this slowly, and then you take your time and you increase the speed, increase the tempo incrementally, okay? So you don't want to just jump and try to play rapidly from the onset. Even if you are a pro, it's really, I found personally that it's really a great idea to just start in increments, slowly, bit by bit, because eventually what happens, because of the attunement of the mind, because that's what it really is. It's just about connecting what you hear or what you may pre-hear, and having the neurological pathways, so to speak, to connect with the medium of expression, being the fingers, you see, the hands, the fingers, so it's the whole coordination. And once that happens, then when you hear a phrase in principle, you really should be able to find it. So if I did, I should be able to find that phrase once I know the key that I'm in. So this has nothing to do with perfect pitch. Let's not be misguided. Perfect pitch can be an asset if you use it as an asset. If you train your ability to hear intervals, to be able to detect what I refer to as chord colors, or the quality of the sound of a chord. So that phrase that I'm not sure I'm going to remember the entire thing, but I'm going to try. So, So eventually what happens is the mind starts to work in tandem with the fingers. And once that begins to happen and you hear the ideas, then when you sing the ideas or you vocalize the ideas, guess what? The fingers seldom miss. It's almost like your vocalizing literally overrides the fingers and guides them to the correct notes to be played on your instrument, whether it's your keyboard or your guitar or whatever it is. So this is something also that I learned very early in life. I was not formally trained. So these things that I'm telling you are actually things that I learned and experimented and devised on my own. And I found that they have worked, and I've worked with tons of students over the years of my professional playing, and even prior to that when I started to discover these things. And what's interesting is when I listen to the greats, you know, and I'm talking about people like Sir Oscar Peterson, people like Sir Keith Jarrett, and all these greats, when they really get into a groove, Sir McCoy Tyner, and the list goes on, Sir Duke, George Duke, Sir George Duke, all of these people, when you listen to them, when they're really getting into the groove, OMG, they are vocalizing. If you just put on a pair of headphones and you listen to any one of these persons playing on recordings, you're going to hear, you know, you're going to hear stuff, you know. And when I discovered that, I realized, but wow, I am on the right track after all, because I always just naturally was doing it, you know, without realizing that these are the wonderful, great musicians who have left tons of legacy. So you should check these guys out, Sir Kenny Kirkland, all of these great, there's so many wonderful musicians. My God, yeah, they are all awesome. Check them out, you know, please do. And you know them even more than I do. But the point is that it begins by developing those invisible pathways. I don't know what else to call them, but once they have been developed, and the development can only come through assiduous, dedicated practicing, you know, and our Jamaican, you know, greats and former founder of the Jamaican folk singers, she coined a saying that says, we don't practice in order to get it right. We practice so that we cannot get it wrong. When I heard that saying the first time, it actually clicked and made sense, because I understood exactly what she meant. So the pursuit of absolute perfection begins with practice. Granted, I will tell you this, that each plateau, each level that you get on, musically speaking, you're going to find, if you're a true musician who is really searching, you're going to find that you are never comfortable with where you are. You're always going to search for the next level. And guess what? I don't think any musician will ever attain that level by their own standards now. That's what I mean. By the standards of everybody else, yes, they will have attained perfection. But I'm not knowing them, and that's why they keep on getting greater and greater. The Chick Coreas of this world, the Art Tatums, and all of these people. What's the name of that beautiful lady as well who did not get her due? Oh my God. When I remember her, I will mention her. One of my favorites. She was quite the virtuoso. I'm seeing her face right now. But anyway, so all of these wonderful Hazel, Miss Lady Hazel Scott, I believe. Yeah, so all of these wonderful musicians, they attain such a high level, and I am going to be presumptuous to believe that they practiced. I won't pretend. I wish in this country where I now reside, or have been residing for a few years, which is Jamaica, that we were afforded the opportunity to be able to practice. But, we seldom have advocates in this country, and, people who are true music lovers, so that we can focus and concentrate on our art and the development of music to its highest level. So what I've been able to accomplish in my time is really nothing short of a miracle, because I really have not had the forum in place to really dedicate myself to practicing on that level and to delve into serious advanced harmony. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but, I'm not complaining. It's just an observation. So I'm hoping that the climate in Jamaica will change, and I don't know how it's going to change, but, I'm doing the best that I can, for the few who will listen. And, our harmony has really taken a dive, or harmonic concepts, I should say, in Jamaica, with the further advent of the dancehall phenom. We're more rhythmic, oriented, we're rhythm oriented. So it's all about the beats, it's all about the rhythm and the hype of the rhythm and what it can do. And whilst I have nothing against that, but, why leave out the harmony? So the rhythm is developing. Why not let the harmony develop along with the rhythm? Also, your melodies, you know what I mean? Find a way to integrate both. Anyway, I digress. So I hope this video that I shared with you will, be able to make sense, have some sort of meaning. And until next time, do enjoy, your time. Be safe, be protected, be guided, be blessed. Love and live on. Love all who you come in contact with, and those who make it difficult for you to love them, simply love them from a distance. Okay, so peace, love, and many blessings, and our divine creator continue to keep you all safe and sound. Okay, blessings. So this is a different key. I'm going out with this. I messed up right here. Did you hear that? You gotta be able to do